Hola guys, happy Sunday. Nature is so amazing. Overnight guys, over stinking night. If y'all look at the video I just put up before this one, you'll see that these were barely unfurling. One rainstorm overnight, my green beans, my wax beans, my radishes sprouted up. My carrots popped up a little higher. That little pepper got plumper overnight, guys. Overnight. Look at my peas. Look at my green peas overnight. These were barely unfurling yesterday. Oh. My squashes. My squashes are squashing. Look at that. I had about given up on these little guys, but the rain is doing some wonders. I forgot I had put those in there. Let's see if the ones over here are coming up. Yes! Look! So I guess I can remove. Look at that! Well, you know what? I better leave them on a little longer because we keep getting thunderstorms. Look! And I don't want these limbs to squish them. Bobo, Cornelius, Adolfo, Rodriguez, Alonso, Perez, what are you doing? Are you chasing lizards? Please stop killing the lizard life. Quit it. Or snakes. I don't want little cadavers everywhere. I hear thunder. By the way, thank you guys. Those of you guys that are telling me to save the little heads of my marigolds and there'll be seeds next year. Thank you, because I sure did not know. So I'm keeping them. Oh, it is a lizard. It's a big one. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. Run, little lizard, run. Bobo, no. Run, run, run. Isn't he gorgeous? I just think he's lovely. He's friggin' huge though. See, as long as he don't end up in my house, I will try and protect him from this lizard hunter. Well guys, I attempted to put the hinges on myself and I got this one on, hurt my shoulder, and then I'm hard-headed, so I got this one on, but it wasn't quite even, and I definitely need the leverage of another pair of hands, and I had already told my brother never mind because I wasn't going to do anything today but rest, but y'all know I was lying. But it looks crooked, but it'll work. I need to put one at the bottom, which I need to go purchase because I thought 2 was going to be enough, and I don't think so. And it lined up pretty darn okay to have a third one just for the extra support right there. But I need to go buy another one, and I don't feel like it right now. I'm really going to go in and rest. I say that. I'm so gross. It's not flaky or crusty anymore, but it did scar whatever the heck it was. But anyway, it looks like I have a mustache and the growings of a goatee. Or I could just outline my lips real big and shade them in, and then they're going to look huge. Anywho, sorry, I was distracted by my own grotesqueness. I'm going in. It's humid as heck out here. I've seen all the new life springing forth. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. I'm going to go invade my sister's space next weekend because I miss her and my mommy. I've been so obsessed with my gardening in my yard that I have not been over there, and I miss them like crazy. So I already told her, I'm invading your space. She's like, sure. So I'm going to take in all my tools. I got a bag full of gate tools. Making a mess. Knocking things over. Knocking things down. Oy. I'm going in. That lizard's still on the wall. He's so pretty. I love lizards. I like snakes too. I just don't want them. What is this? Look at that. It is a wasp thingamabobber. I guess the rain blew it off of wherever it was. Well, I'm glad. One less for me to have to take down. My back's starting to hurt again. Let's go in, shall we? I got laundries to do. Look, guys, I made the cat crossing sign my cyber sissy Sharon sent me into a magnet. Amazing. So I started by weeding this area alongside the fence. This is the same spot that I tried to plant squash and pumpkins in last year. So I just continue to weed and clean and rake up all the little leaves along the entire length of this wall up to my bird cages. And here I discover all of my hidden bamboo stalks buried under leaves. This friggin' weed sticks on everything. I hate it. It's almost April. Why do I have this many leaves? So now I can turn the soil to make it all loosey-goosey, ready for planting. Even with my T-Rex not cooperating the way I wish it would, this is very satisfying. So now I'm going to fortify the soil with this Miracle Grow, just to give it a little bit of extra growing power oomph. It's kind of like baking. Add your dry ingredients and mix. And these are the mammoth ones that I'm so glad I found again. This is them. And now I just start to sprinkle them the way the package instructions say to do. Just liberally, and then I'll cover them up. Now I'm just going to mix the soil into the row to offer a little bit of coverage. And here, once I feel they're pretty covered, I'm going to top off with the last little bit of Miracle Grow. So now I'm done, and I'm going to clean up just a little bit, put everything back where it goes. And the last thing I have to do is mark the spots. And I make sure to do this because I'm so bubble-headed, I will forget that I put anything here. But that is how you plant sunflowers. My last two, guys. And I can't find them anymore. Hello guys, happy Monday. I am on my way to my doctor's appointment. It's at 1:30. It is currently 12:58, but it's not far, and I don't anticipate there being too much traffic. Maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. But it's in the heart of Oak Cliff, and I'm not too far away. But we've been out in the street all day. Little dude's appointments were this morning. He had his GI and his ENT. The ENT was just to make sure that anything going on up in there with his sinuses and stuff that causes these explosive nosebleeds during season changes hadn't changed, that nothing weird had gone on, because I don't want to have any of that in there cauterized, because they say the healing for cauterization is really painful, so I'm not wanting to do that. But so far during Christmas and right now into spring, he has not, knock on wood, he has not had any explosive nosebleeds. So, and everything checked out, everything looked okay. And then his GI, which is the one that I was anticipating bad news at, that was one I was most nervous for. We did get some bad news, but not catastrophic news. But I knew he had lost weight. His GI does not take cash payment. It has to be insurance. So he was due his checkup October 2024, but I didn't have any insurance, and they would not take cash. So I had to wait until my insurance rolled in from my job. So he's a year and some months past his checkup. Well, the last time he was there in 2023, October 2023, he was 116 pounds, and his doctor was so excited and so happy, and so was I. He'd finally reached his height to weight ratio. He was good on the graphs where he's supposed to be. Perfect. So she took him off his cyproheptadine. She said between his eating and his shakes, let's see if we can maintain his weight without the aid of medication. But she did say if he starts to lose weight, put him back on. Well, summer break that summer, sleeping all day, waking up around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, skipping that breakfast meal or that breakfast shake, then just not eating enough, he lost weight. And I was like, oh no. But I kept trying to pump him full of food, figuring once he gets back into school, he'll be back on his 3 meals a day, he'll be back on his eating routine, he should be fine. But he wasn't when Christmas break rolled around and he went with his dad, and then he lost more weight. So I was like, oh no. So as soon as he came back from Christmas break, I put him back on his cyproheptadine. I'm like, doctor said if he lost weight, put him back on. He was 109 pounds, guys. Between summer break and Christmas, he went from 116 to 109 in a year. That's significant for an autistic child who has a diagnosis of failure to thrive and malnutrition. Those are his diagnoses. So I put that little boy back on cyproheptadine, and he went from 109. No, the lowest he was 108. So he went from 108 to 111 and a half, almost 112. So the Cipro is definitely helping. She's definitely wanting me to monitor his weight, push the shakes. I think little dude is burnt out, honestly. I mean, I think he's burnt out. Like, he's going to be on medications and stuff probably for the rest of his little life in regards to the fiber and the laxatives, because he was a preemie, so his little internal, little gut system is not where it's supposed to be, and it's never going to be. So they've told me over and over again, this is more than likely going to be a lifelong thing with him, with the fiber and the laxative, just to keep his system going. But if he can train himself, and feeding therapy never helped, if he can train himself to eat more or different types of things, then the weight will come on. He's also stunted on growth because he lost so much weight. His weight and his height are even Steven, and she said she feels if he keeps putting on weight, he will grow. He's stuck at growth, and he still has years of growth to go. So she wants me to monitor his weight, send her the weight every month, push the shakes, push the higher calorie, fatty foods, the cheeses, the eggs, which he likes. I just have to incorporate it into meals. The cheeses and the eggs and mayonnaise and stuff like that with fats in it, to try and put that weight back on him. She goes, if we can get him back to even 115, she said he'll be good and he should start to grow again. But right now the body's kind of like stunted. Let me show you guys these gorgeous wildflowers. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I would love a yard full of those pretty little yellows. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So that was that. I mean, he's healthy. He is due his yearly with his pediatrician. I want to rule out diabetes because of the sudden weight loss. I was wondering, could it have been just him not being on schedule during Christmas break and summer break, or could it be something else? Because we're all diabetic in my family, and I just want to be sure, because this is around the age where some of the people that I know, their children have become type 2s around 15, 16. So I just want to rule that out. So I need to make an appointment for him. Last year they were doing Saturday appointments, so I'm hoping that they're still doing Saturday appointments, because I can't take time off. We're still short-handed. So I just want the whole gamut done on him in regards to lab work. I need to get him in for a cleaning, his teethies. And Mama got to get to her doctor and get right. I need to make, I already know I'm walking in there with an A1C that's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I already know. I am feeling the symptoms of uncontrolled diabetes. I'm feeling the symptoms, the excessive thirst, frequent urination because you're drinking so much, the befuddlement, the confusion, weird things are happening with my eyes, and it's either the diabetes when my sugars get too high, or it's 5-year-old prescription. I don't know. I don't prioritize myself, and I'm beginning to be spooked. There's a couple of other things I want him to look at. The crusty patch that was on my lip and my finger. I have 2 similar spots, one on my leg and one on my arm, that I've had for years. And after so many years of baking in the sun since I was 11 years old, I'm concerned that I have 2 bumpies, one on my calf and one on my chicken wing up here, that are exactly alike. And I'm just gonna have him look at it and see if it's something I should go to a dermatologist for, something that needs to be looked at. I want to talk about the shoulder only because I know I can go to my neuro and all, not my neuro, my osteo and all them, all my bone doctors. But I'm curious whether it's menopause shoulder, and a lot of people have never heard of menopause shoulder. It's a thing, y'all. I'm curious if it's menopause shoulder, and if it is, then that means I got to get into my OB, which I should have done years ago. Again, I don't prioritize myself. I need to get in and be, have all the lady tests run on me. There's a lot that even before I was uninsured, I was not taking care of. I was not focusing on, and I need to. I'm 51 years old. I know I'm not taking care of myself the way I want to take care of myself. I've had car accidents, and I need to get right. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. But today, after the little dude's doctor appointment, was pretty early. The first one was at 8:30, and then we just crossed over. Went downstairs and to his GI. So we were done by like 9:30, and we went out to breakfast because I'm like, Baba. Every time we go to his GI, we go out to eat. So we went out to breakfast, and then on the way home, I was like, hey, you want to go to the bins? Because the last time I tried to go to the bins, it was closed. So I went into the Goodwill. I said, hey, you want to go to the bins? Let's have a good hooky day. Because he's playing hooky and I'm playing hooky. He's like, sure. So we had a nice breakfast, and then we went to the bins, and he found some stuff and I found some stuff. And then we went into the Goodwill store, and he found some stuff and I found some stuff. That garden. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by people's beautiful yards. That lady had a whole garden in her front yard. Anywho, I wonder if neighbors walk by and pull things. I hope not. I mean, if she wants to share, that would be awesome. But I hope people don't just go by and uproot all her stuff. Anywho, what was I saying? We went thrifting, and then I came home and I put in a load of laundry and I headed back out. When I leave the doctor, I'm close to Thrift Mart, and I haven't gone to Thrift Mart in a really long time because it's been so packed and junky and congested, and their prices are redonkulous, and they don't have my snacks and my drinks anymore. So I haven't been. But since I'm here and I haven't been in a long time, after my doctor's appointment, I'm going to swing by here, and then I have to go to the pharmacy because I still haven't picked up little dude's meds, and now all of mine are going to be called in. Possibly. You want to know something? None of my medications are covered by my insurance. I'm lying. 2 of my medications are covered by my insurance, but they're still $150 out of pocket unless he switches them to something more affordable, which is what's amazing about my doctor. That group, they really try and work with the patients to keep them healthy. They don't just prescribe anything willy-nilly. They're like, okay, well, what are we working with? What are we, where do we need to save? Do we need to save? How are you doing on your meds? Can you afford your meds? That kind of thing. And I will no longer qualify for the patient assistance that they signed me up for my last visit because I'm working now. But anywho, the 2 meds are $150 each. And then my EpiPen is not covered at all by my insurance at all. But I found a coupon for the EpiPen, a savings card for the EpiPen. And then to save money, a lot of doctors will just write out a prescription, a generic prescription for epinephrine, and then they'll fill a generic brand. But even those are ridiculously expensive, like $100 something out of pocket. But I found some saving cards for just the generic. It's just like, oh my goodness gracious. I just never expected to be the patient that I used to help. Okay, I never expected to be the patient that I used to help get their meds, on assistance or whatever. It's just like, It's terrifying, and it's horrible. It's not right that people can't afford to be sick. People can't afford meds and stuff. But I know I'm not gonna do without. Between my son and my family jumping in and helping anytime I find myself in a bind, I know I'll be okay. I just don't want to need it. You know what I mean? But I'm here. It took a whole 13 minutes to get here. 13. I'm not scared of 13 anymore. Took a whole 13 minutes to get here, guys. But after I leave here, I'll see if I can get any footage at Thrift Mart, and then we'll splice together what little footage I got at Goodwill and the bins. I even risked myself at the bins because there was some really cute stuff in there, some interesting stuff in there that I wanted to share with you guys. But they will yell at you if they catch you on the phone. But we'll splice together some shopping, and then we'll do a haul. You guys, how the day can go from so relaxing and just chill to a cluster screw. I'm in the doctor just now where I've gained a pound. They're done doing all my labs on me to see what my A1C is, and then we'll start fresh from there as soon as my results are in. So, you know, I'm focusing on that, sending pictures to my big dude about what's growing in my garden. I'm just in a chill space, checking on little dude. You all right? You all right? Everything is good. And then I randomly get a text from who I call baby mama number 4, my ex's new wife, letting me know that she knows that me and my ex are flirting, and that I can have him. And she's read all the text messages, and he's trying to get back into their house because they've been split up. I don't know if I've told you that. He's trying to get back into their house, and I can have him. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what is this woman talking about? Flirting? What? So I asked her, what are you talking about? Thinking she might have me mixed up with one of the women that she does confront, who she finds in his phone, because she's about that life like I used to be. She's confronting these women. Let me park. I'm at Thrift Mart. But I need to tell y'all this. So I'm thinking maybe she has me mixed up with another lady. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And she goes, don't play dumb with me. Don't try and turn this around on me. I know he told me that he is going to move back in with you and Caleb, and he's going to try and work that family out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's not unlike him, because he's done it in the past to use me as a trigger for her, because he had her so convinced when they first got together that I still wanted him, that he was just this irresistible hunk of man, and that I was going to be a problem in the relationship. I mean, he had this girl believing that I was after him, and it took years and heart-to-heart talks and come to the cross conversations, woman to woman, 2 women who have dealt with this nut, to realize, oh my gosh, this is what he does. He pits people against each other for pleasure, I think. Honestly, I think that's what it is. He likes to humiliate women. He likes to hurt women. He likes to stress out women. That's just the way he is. So I know exactly what she's going through, exactly, but I don't want any part of it. They keep bringing me in. I hadn't spoken to this girl in over a year, and randomly, a couple weeks ago, she asked me if I recognized any names. He was up to his shenanigans again. So we started talking back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, I sympathize with her because I was that woman. I was her. And then a few weeks after that, I got a random 3-way call. They've apparently been arguing about they had already split up. They apparently have been arguing about him not showing up on time or not showing up at all. And she made a comment, no wonder Melissa used to get so frustrated with you. And which he took great offense to, and they started arguing. He's saying he's never done that, da 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 da. So he calls me on 3-way with her on the other line, and they're arguing and bickering with each other, and I'm stuck in the middle between these 2 arguing about pickup times. So I was like, oh my gosh, please don't do this anymore. So it's been a few weeks. They're still separated. When he picks up little dude, he takes him to his dad's house where his dad used to live. His dad has passed. But they go to grandpa's house, and he's been living there for weeks. So that's what I'm used to, you know. They're split up again. This is what they do. Although I will say they've been split up. No, they've been split up longer than this before. They've gone almost a year. But anyway, so this is the games they play. This is the toxic relationship that they have. And then today, to randomly get that text, I was totally confused and befuddled and annoyed, because it's been 16 years. I should not have to deal with anything. So if he is still using me to trigger her, So I made a group text message, and I let both of them know, stop bothering me. I don't want to be involved in this mess. I just told them, okay, not nice either. I went off, and I told them both, keep me out of y'all's toxic psychosis bullcrap. Keep me out of it. I told my ex, you should be ashamed if you're using my name to trigger her. And then I told her, and you should be embarrassed for approaching me the way you approached me. So it's a done deal. I haven't gotten any more text messages. I just came around the corner to Thrift Mart, and I'm gonna walk up in here and regain my peace. My goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Anywho, let's go snoop in here. I was excited to see that they had a lot of snacks, but some are expired, some are soon to be expired, and some I'm not familiar with. Like, look at these strange little flavors. Makeup that probably should have been discarded a long time ago, but every now and then you'll find a diamond in the rough. They brought back their drinks, but they were all sticky and gross. And I've heard that some of these cleaning products are bootlegged and are majority water. I don't know if it's true. I was super excited to find this. It's one of my favorite books. Brings back great childhood memories. So maybe I'll get it. I was looking around at this point, getting a little overwhelmed, and then I saw that. But I couldn't find their price on it and was afraid to even ask. Now this was kind of cool, but it definitely would have needed some work. This is straight $88.89. Yep, home interiors. Now, these are the only two things that I was really tempted by. I really liked the book. I love that it was on this hard storyboard. I just thought it made it prettier than the original. And then I considered the cross. There was a lot I wanted to change on it. I didn't like that bow, but I ended up leaving it. Okay, guys, I wasn't in there long. The store is chaotic. I had to reverse walk out of 2 aisles. There's really not much worth what they're trying to charge for it. And then I don't know if it was the ongoing drama between these two morons. I did a group text so I could address both of them at the same time without any of this he said, she said bullcrap. And now they're arguing back and forth together on it, so I have to figure out how to remove that text group. So I don't know if it was that, if it was the fact that they took out 2 tubes of blood, or if it was the flashing lights towards the back of the store. But I got really nauseous. Ooh, sick to my stomach, and my head started to hurt. So maybe it's a combination of all of it, but I'm ready to go home. I didn't get anything. The 2 little things that I was debating on, I was gonna have to find a place for the book, and then I was gonna have to judge up the cross. And I don't want to buy things that are gonna end up in a project pile or a to stockpile. I ain't trying to do that. So I'm heading home with a headache and a sick belly. But I tell y'all, I am so messy. I can't wait to get home and read the back and forth between them. And then, like I said, hopefully I can figure out how to remove the group text, because they're going to kill my battery. Or I'm just going to be so curious. I'm going to keep reading. But this is some dangerous stuff. Like, people who are not mentally stable, who create these situations in their head, or who are susceptible to allowing other people to create these scenarios in their head, that's potentially dangerous. Because who's to say that she or he, but mostly she, can't just snap one day and decide, oh, you want my man, honey? Oh, you want my man? And come and do something to me, my home, my child. You don't play around with people like that. But see, this is what the ex did. This is why I got away from him. Because he will completely destroy your mind and have you thinking you're crazy. Have you thinking about doing crazy things. So, he's poison. And I hate to say that about his dad, but he is poison. Something happened to him that did that to him. I don't know. But I'll see you guys at home, because we have to do a haul. I'm going to feed. Make sure Caleb eats, and I'm getting more comfortable calling him Caleb. He's been little dude for so many years, but he's not a little dude no more. But we'll do a haul, because I found some really cute stuff at the bins. And then I found this awesome thing. Ooh, I need to drive like I got some sense, because it's still in the trunk. I found this thing at Goodwill. And I don't know what exactly I want to do with it, but I know I had to have it. So we'll talk at home. Okay, there are these handmade paper mache object d'arts, but they're made out of plastic bottles. Do y'all see that? They just paper mached plastic bottles, and they made these adorable little handmade horsies. Well, adorably creepy. That is so cool. Just wanted to share that. Now let me turn this off before they yell at me. Okay, I don't know if this is handmade. I don't see a brand, but look. Oops. It looks handmade. Look, this is a little fence. And look at the door slide. Look at this beautiful cigarette set. There's your lighter. I'm assuming that's for matches, and there's the little tray you set your cigarette in. But, that's gorgeous. Hola again. I'm doing the last load of laundry. I was supposed to have finished it yesterday, But I came in exhausted and a little achy. You're gonna hear the thumpy, thumpy, thumpy of my unbalanced washer. I ain't fancy around here. Don't nobody have no LG washer and dryers that talk to you and, you know, all that fancy stuff. I got my old General Electric, okay, from 20 some years ago, and it's still going. Granted, it's a little wobbly, a little wiggly, like me, but it is what it is. So sorry for the noise. As a matter of fact, let me shut the door. That might help. Maybe not. But anywho, I am pooped. I am sleepy as I don't know what. I need to take a nap while my body replenishes its sangre. I was insanguinated. The vampires got me. And I forget that I get sleepy and drowsy, like probably a lot of people do. But before I go outside and be hard-headed and start trying to do something, I'm like, let me go on ahead and do this haul. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is what I got at Goodwill store. Because it was awesome. And I wasn't going to get it, but I had to get it, guys. Now, the feminine girly like to have a pretty bedroom side of me imagines that glossed up, cleaned up, just beautiful, with long stemmed, thin trunk of some kind, with some long flowering, like hanging action going. I see them at craft stores all the time, these beautiful long stems with these flowering little limbs. I think would look beautiful in there, in a corner of my bedroom. But then the southern countryside of me figures that might be really good for coins. Just fill it all the way up with change. But got two sides to me, and I love it. But I definitely know I want to use it as a decorator piece, not as a piggy bank. But I'm hoping it comes clean. The stuff inside seems to look and feel like powder. I hope it ain't anthrax, because I'll be sticking my hands in there. I bet there was some kind of stone in there, and it left some residue like the lava rocks outside do. But I'm definitely going to have to reconfigure my room, because I have that big glass globe now, and I have the crystal pieces from the other day, and definitely going to have to streamline, clean up, and declutter that room. I like all my tchotchkes. I like all my adornitos. I like all of my crap. But I'm really beginning to feel this glass situation. So I'll figure something out. But anywho, the stuff that Little Dude picked out, he found two more of those animated, creepy little robot furry things. He got two of those to add to his creepy collection. But that was it. And then at the bins, he found little random things that he's going to use for his scary projects up there and stuff like that. And I found these dry foam blocks, still sealed, and I use these for my fake flowers and my fake little arrangements. Especially the only fake arrangements I have are the, I'm sorry guys, are the succulents that I get at Dollar Tree. So these always come in handy. Look at Mr. Grasshopper or Jiminy Cricket. I don't know, but he's metal and he's awesome, and he's gonna go plop down right among my flower pots, my veggie pots. I'm not sure. I hope this doesn't make grasshoppers think that they're welcome, because as of right now I have not seen Gregory the grasshopper, although I did try to myrtleize him or his kinfolk last year, because I had had enough. They were eating the leaves off of everything that I was trying to grow, and I don't like to hurt certain bugs. I don't want to hurt any bugs, mainly for the squish factor, but some bugs I don't want to kill because they're neat looking, like grasshoppers, and And I would never kill a ladybug, but there's some beetles. There's just some bugs that I don't want to kill. I just don't want you to mess with my stuff. But I thought this was adorable. It's metal. It's already got a patina on it. I don't know what this string is about. I'm going to pull the string off. But so cute. So that is definitely garden decor. I know. These are not to everybody's taste. Honestly, I stopped liking them for a while, but I have a few very brightly colored pretty ones. But I love this color for the bedroom downstairs. I thought that would be nice, even though I kind of changed tones and stuff. I just think they were really pretty. And even with candles, which is what whoever had them was using them for, even with candles inside, like set up outside, like if on the table or whatever, I think it would be pretty. So I got both of those. Did I just get a piece of glass in me? It was. I touched a broken part or something because I just got a sliver of glass in my finger. Well, I got 2 of these. Okay. And the store was trying to sell them for $3.99. I guess nobody bought them. They put them out in the bins. And then this little guy's going to go outside. Look at him. I'm going to nestle him in one of my bigger pots. I'm hoping the wood doesn't rot. Or maybe just sitting on top of my wood pile. He's also rusted and crusted and disgusted. But that's why I love it. I love when they're patinaed and rusty. I just got to be careful with them because you try to go get no tetanus. Okay, so I got that. And then I found this and there's wax all over it. Somebody had it set near candles apparently. Isn't that pretty? But it does. It has candle wax all over it. I don't know if the bulb works. I didn't try it. None of their outlets work. But I was wondering, since there's wax on it, if it was a wax warmer. But I don't know if I've ever seen a wax warmer like this. I think it's just a lamp. So pretty. Grab that. And then you guys, when I tell y'all, I couldn't believe this was meant for me. Y'all know I'm faithful. And y'all know I'm proud of my Southern roots. And y'all know I'm a proud Latina. Okay? So when I tell you this was all of that in one, this was amazing. This is handmade like some of the other stuff that I'd seen there today. And there was no way that anybody was getting this from me. You guys, it's the top of boots. Look. These could be vaqueros. This could be cowboy. This could be Texas. But it is the Lord. It's the Lord's, the symbol of the Lord. Are you stinking kidding me? I cannot wait to leather polish this sucker. And when I tell you, considering it's been all up in the bins, you smell the leather. Can y'all see the detail? Look at this. It's boot tops. And I'm wondering if it's children's boots, but maybe not. Maybe they just, worked it. They cut it and worked it, and I cannot wait to polish it. It's going to be so beautiful, and it smells so good. The leather smells so good. So it's just a little wooden cross that they wrapped leather boot pieces on. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so impressed. And then the only other thing that I bought, and I wasn't really needing it. Okay, guys, I'm outside for a couple of reasons. One, my phone died. It was threatening to die, and then it died. Remember I told you guys, between those two lunatics back and forthing on the group text that I started, it was gonna kill my battery. It killed my battery. I figured out how to remove it, but I think I'm gonna keep it for incriminating purposes in case, y'all please be careful with my plants. I'm sorry, these unsupervised kids are out here kicking friggin'. They kicked a friggin' soccer ball into my yard, crushing my purple hearts, and then they're playing right in front of my house, and they just hit the dang car with their ball. I'm sorry. I'm that neighbor. I'm gonna be that neighbor. But anywho, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. Okay. I'm going to get into it with somebody's mama is what's going to happen. Let me hurry up and get out of here. I have one more thing to show you guys that I found at the bins. Well, little dude actually found it at the bins. And it's this. It's this rusty saw. And he knew I would want it because I have this rusty saw and this little rusty handsaw. And I like the rust on them. I want to mount them. And now I have 3. I know I'm weird. Very Sanford and Son. But that's it. Ooh, okay, I'm back inside. My propagation for the nation little plant is trying to steal some screen time. But anywho, I was in a good mood. I swear, today was not the day. I start off in good moods and somebody just upsets me. My shoulders are tense. You know how bad I want to put those kids over my knee and spank the snot out of them? And usually the mom of the 2 older ones is out there with them. She's not. I hope she's not taking over habits of the other mom who is the other kid that's playing with them. But anywho, I don't care if I'm that neighbor, okay? I don't care. I ain't got no problem with it. I will own the cranky neighbor. I sure will. I work too dang hard and too dang long with busted bones to try and make my yard the way I like it for these freaking kids to be out here just being like that. And I know they're kids and it's just a ball, but nah, man. I'm sorry. You got to be considerate of other people's stuff. And the fact that that ball hit my my driver's side door, I'm like, oh gosh, please don't let nothing have broke it. Because I told you guys before, groups of kids smashed the windshield on my Malibu. So now I'm like super paranoid. But anyway, I'm going to try and get in a better mood, okay? Let's woosah. I'm going to end this video with y'all. Because doing so will more than likely put me in a better mood. But that is everything. That's everything that we got ourselves into during our day today. And I hope tomorrow's a better day. But until my next go around, guys, I hope your week has started off wonderfully. I hope the rest of your week stays wonderful or gets wonderful. And until my next go around, guys, pray for these neighborhood children because this mama ain't playing. Until then, I love y'all bunches. Bye.